Hey friends, Not Link here, and welcome back to something a little bit different. A little bit different, you say? This is still Roblox Big Paintball. It can't be different. It is a little bit different. Today, we are going to be doing tips for noobs. Because, let's be honest, a bunch of people haven't played this game before, and it's a great game, but you wonder, hey, you haven't done gun reviews on these lower level guns. What's the best one to get? How do I know if it's good? Well, today I'm going to show you. So we are going to go through a couple of different options. I'll let you know what I think is best and what some of the good options for you are. But obviously the first gun you're going to start with is BAM. This default gun. Now, I did actually do a gun review on the default gun, and the default gun, despite being a single click gun, so you actually have to click, it's not automatic, is actually really good. So don't fret, don't try so hard so quickly to try and get a different gun, because this gun is actually good, and if you keep practicing, this gun can get you very, very far. But before I give you any other tips, of course, if you're new here and you're excited, why don't you consider subscribing to join the channel? You'll get to see more cool content like this, and we do lots of paintball, so hopefully you'll be able to see some paintball content. But yeah, so as I was saying, default gun, great gun. It is definitely worth the fact that it's free. I would totally 100% recommend the default gun anytime because it's free. Moving along, there is this gun. This one is the UMP. This is $13,750. Honestly, skip all of these guns. Okay, I'll show you a little bit. I would say if you don't want to skip the guns and you want to get rid of a single click gun, go to the SMG because it is automatic, and so obviously it is better, but as you can see, there is quite a bit of drops. So sure, if you want to get an automatic gun, go for this gun because, you know, it is relatively cheap. It's just under 3,000 bucks, and it's automatic, so it's going to do some good things for you. But my personal recommendation is to wait, because look how horrible that drop is. It doesn't matter how fast they are. If you have to get super close to do any sort of damage, it's going to be a pain. So we're going to skip that, and I'm going to show you what the UMP does. This one is $13,000. There you go. See, already the drop rate is so much better, and yes, it is basically the exact same speed, so I would totally recommend using the default gun until you can save up for this gun. Once you have this gun, then you can continue saving for this next gun. Now, the M4 is also, well, as it says, a decent full auto rifle. It's not as quick as the UMP, but it is pretty decent. So if you do want to upgrade a gun, if you're getting tired of the UMP, I'll show you this one. This is the M4. The drop rate is still pretty good, but it's not firing nearly as quickly. So I would recommend, personally, staying with the other gun, staying with the one just before this. But again, this one's still good too, but I would recommend staying and waiting till the next gun. Now, as you can see, there are still a bunch of awesome guns in between here, and I would honestly say skip every single one of these guns. For now, the one I would actually recommend purchasing is this scout gun, because I think everyone needs a sniper, especially in a map such as this, on the classic map where it is just so difficult to get up to the front and get people from all the way on the other side because before they kill you. So I'd recommend, you know, getting one like this so you can actually shoot pretty far, get people on the other side. But honestly, you can wait on this gun. It's a great gun, don't get me wrong. If you're happy with using the UMP for a while, sure, you know what, get it. But I would personally recommend waiting, because I think the next gun you should get is this P90. I've seen people use this minigun. I'll show you the minigun. It's really fast, look at that, but also look at how quick the drop is. So in order for it to actually be any sort of use to you, you have to be very close to the person, or you have to aim so high that you have no idea where you're aiming. So this is a good spray gun if you're trying to do spraying, but if you're trying to focus on getting kills, I wouldn't recommend it. I would go straight to the P90 because this one also a really good fire rate, but it doesn't drop nearly as quickly. And I think that this one is probably the gun you're gonna have for the longest amount of time, just because it's a cute gun. This gun will take out sentries very quickly as well. The drop on it is pretty decent. So yes, of course, it's not the longest range in the world, but it's definitely a great gun to have, and I would totally recommend saving for this gun. Once you have the P90 gun, this is where it's going to start to get a little bit tricky, because this is where the majority of the guns you see are all going to start turning into single click guns, especially the ones with the special effects. That's where you're going to have the hardest time. So I recommend one of two things. Either skip everything and go straight for the SCAR, which I will show you because the SCAR is great and it's an automatic gun, or skip all of these and go for the Toon gun, because this one is a single click gun and it's still very good. The Toon gun will give you the opportunity to practice with single click guns, which I think is going to be super important for you guys in the later games. But see, as you can see, it's definitely got a good rate. If you want to have a full review of this gun, I have done so on my channel, so please do go check that out. But if you don't want to practice with the single click guns, move a little bit further to the $200,000 SCAR. This one is wabam, automatic, and it's got an incredible drop rate in my opinion. It doesn't drop very much, as you can see. You can go all the way over there. It's still got a good amount. It's not as speedy as the P90, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve, jumping from something this quick to something this quick, which clearly isn't nearly as fast, but it is still definitely a great gun, because honestly, as soon as you get that learning curve, it is going to be fantastic for you. It is quick, and it is and it doesn't have much of a drop, which I think is great. But the good thing about the Toon gun is, though, although you have to click, you can click as fast as you want. So I would personally maybe even suggest the Toon gun. It's really up to your preference whether or not you want to sit there and click as quickly as you can, or if you prefer the automatic, which is of course the things I've suggested in the past few guns. That's really up to you. Now, I'd say once you've reached the SCAR, you're definitely no longer a noob anymore. Honestly, you probably stopped being a noob around the P90, but still, it's definitely a great gun, and I would recommend checking out some of my gun review videos if you want to see what these guns are like. I would say probably your next bet is, if you're going the single click route, to go with the flame gun, because you guys all know the poop gun is my favorite gun, and the flame gun is very, very close to it. So I would recommend that. But let's do a quick recap here, okay? If you want to go the automatic route, start with the default gun. And then, if you so desire, you can jump to the SMG, but that is your choice. You can definitely skip all of these guns and just go straight to the UMP if you want instead. Then, I would recommend jumping and waiting all the way until you get the P90 gun. This, I think, is the best option for you. It's not crazy expensive. It is $75,000, which does seem like a lot when you only get about 100 each tag. But it'll add up, it'll be worth it, it's fine. And then go for the SCAR. That is if you want to do the automatic route. Next, if you want to go the single click route, honestly, do about the same thing, because start with the default gun. Most of these are automatic anyway. The Deagle is not, but you don't have to worry about spending money on that. You might as well just keep using the default gun because it's fantastic. Once again, go to the UMP, go to the P90, and then start working your way towards the Toon gun. And then, once you've gotten this gun unlocked, go for the flame gun, and then I would recommend starting to work your way to the scouts, to the snipers, to get these type of guns, so that on those long distance maps, you have something to use. And then I think once you've reached this flame gun, you're definitely not a noob anymore. 100% you have passed the test. You are definitely on a high level here. And you know what? No matter if you've got the flame gun or the default gun, it's all about practice, practice, practice. If you can manage to do good things with the default gun, you can manage to do good things with the flame gun. It doesn't matter what kind of gun you have, it matters what kind of player you are. So that's just what I would recommend. If you guys have something different that you think is better, please do let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think is the best gun to get. If you say dual deagles, though, the answer, like, you're being blocked. No, I'm joking. I just don't like dual guns. Now, it wouldn't be a complete game if I didn't showcase these guns a little bit, so we're gonna do our best in the next round to get first place using all of the guns I've suggested. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we are on the classic map. Now, I was checking out some of these players, and we've got some really good players on this map, so I'm hoping we can get first place if the guy didn't leave, but this guy is pretty good, so, and he's got the P90 gun, but we're gonna start, once again, with the default gun, just to show off some of these guns, show off what they can do, why I think they're the best options for you, especially at the the beginning range of the game, and why I think you should choose one over the other. So as you can see, with this default gun, we've been doing pretty good already there. So we already have, what, 4 kills? So not the greatest, but with the default gun, pretty good. A good start within, you know, less than a minute. There's 6 kills within less than a minute. So bam, that's already a good thing. And as I said before, it definitely depends on your skill level. Obviously, if you're just starting, you're not going to get nearly as many kills as I am, just because I've been practicing way longer than you have. So it is going to take a little bit of practice. It is going to take a little bit of grinding, but don't fear, it will happen. You can be good, and I believe in you. You just have to practice. This is a little bit of a crazy round to begin with, so it's not the ideal round to be showcasing these guns on. Did I hit them? Oh no, with the sentry. I was like, what? How could I hit them through the wall? They're still up there, aren't they? No, they might have actually gone out, you know, but there you go. It's been a little bit insane over here. Some of the kill streaks are mental. Look at this, people, with 64 kills already. That's kind of what I would expect from, you know, really, really good players. But he is, what, level 100? Yeah, so clearly he has some stuff going on. He knows what he's doing here, but we're going to put that in there. Oh, we've got a skeleton gun going on as well. What a beautiful day. We're going to put our own drone out. Get that guy. There we go. Ooh, nice. Right behind us. Thank you, drone, for telling me that. Get the sentry. Oh, perfect. This is a beautiful spot. Let's get you as well. The UMP is, as I've said multiple times, a great gun. Highly, highly recommend. But as you can see, we are doing some really good stuff with that one. So we're going to move on, bam, to the P90, because as I said, this is probably going to be the one you're going to be spending the most time with. So it is something definitely you want to check out and get used to. So bam, there we go. Bam, there we go. And you as well can get out of here. We're going to put that there. Hopefully the sentry can tag him, but I think he might take out our sentry before that. Ooh, we got someone with the sentry, so that's good. I see you back there. That's another tip, as I've said once before, but it's actually a great tip to give you guys if this is a tips for noobs video, is do not shoot unless you are aiming at someone, because unless you're aiming at someone, having your paint go everywhere, people then know where you are, and that's not a good thing. It also slows you down. So if you're trying to run, what is happening? If you're trying to run, it's not going to be as quick because obviously you're painting. So this is the speed. I can't even show you in this round. This is the speed without the painting. This is the speed with painting. It's clearly slower, and obviously if you want more kills, you good grief, we're dying left, right, and center. As I said, this is a mental round. If you are behind someone, and there it goes, a nuke, and you're shooting at them, they're gonna see the paint. They have the time to react. So don't shoot unless you're aiming at someone specifically, because if I was aiming through that door, now people know that I'm coming through that door, and that is not ideal. So now we've gotten a bunch of kills with the P90, we're going to move back up to the Scar. We've got 6 minutes left. Let's hope we can get some good kills. We should be able to get the nuke, no problem, with the 6 minutes that we have left. but it has been really interesting to see each of these guns in game, each of them, how good they are. And again, these are the order I would recommend purchasing them in. I'm not going to showcase the sniper in this round because it's a free-for-all, and as like, you definitely don't want to be using snipers in free-for-alls. That's why I recommend waiting as long as possible for them, but of course still purchasing one because they are very useful in certain maps, such as that new classic map. There we go, we've got the nuke, so let's launch that quickly. We'll put a drone out as well, just so that when people spawn in, we're ready for them, because I have a feeling they're all going to spawn kind of behind us, so we'll put that there as well. Bam, beautiful. And last but not least, I did recommend the Toon gun, but I'm going to showcase the flame gun, because although I did do a gun review on this one, I technically didn't show it in this video. So again, it is a fantastic gun. It is single click, so make sure you're getting used to that. Go back to the default gun if you have to and practice to show whether or not that's something you want. If you want to go with the single click guns, which have a better drop rate, or if you want to go for the speed guns, the automatic guns, which of course are still fantastic, they're just not as straight firing. That's your choice, but as you can see, it's still doing okay. I'm just not doing okay. The gun is great, I am not, basically, is the moral of this story. That's a third person this round getting a nuke. My goodness, you know it's an awesome game when that happens. This lady is trying to be cheeky and set up 4 sentries in that area, and I just wiped every single one of them out. Oh, I feel so bad. But that's kind of how this game has been. That's the second time I've seen someone do that. A 4th nuke. Oh my goodness. 4, I don't think I've ever seen 4 different people launch a nuke in one game. This has been mental. We've got the last 10 seconds here, and as this map is rounding up, I would love to say thank you so much for watching this gun review, and of course I hope that it helped you guys. Look at those scores. 4 people over 100. That was mental. We got second, so I'm feeling pretty good about that, and we weren't even tryharding, we were just showcasing. So again, gun reviews from noob to pro isn't too difficult. You just need to practice, and definitely those are the guns I would recommend. If again you have any different recommendations, please do let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated as well. If you're new here and you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to join the channel. I would love to have you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye now!